They say that revenge is a dish best served cold. Forge FC denied us our chance at winning the championship last year, but a new season is upon us, and our chance for revenge comes now. Hi, everyone. This is episode number 21 of The American Dream. I am Mr. Cellophane. Thank you very much for joining me today. If you love the series, and I just feel like you do because you've been here for all 21 episodes, make sure you hit the like button on this video. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please do so now. The start of the regular season is upon us, and we are taking on Forge FC. We are on the road, so that means we've traveled all the way across Canada to kick off our season. We finished in first place by 14 points last year, but Forge FC knocked us out not once but twice in the playoffs to take the championship. Hopefully we can get our revenge as we start our brand new season. Before we get into the match, a little bit of housekeeping. 32-year-old Paris G is out on loan for the year. We needed to make some space as we were looking to shore things up just in case we lose Basong and or Mo Farsi during the season. I think they're going to stay through this transfer window. Can't guarantee what's going to happen in July. So he's out on loan for the year, which left room for Juan Castillo, the 24-year-old Colombian national, is a left back. We're going to try to get him to learn some right back, although he is kind of one-footed-ish. We need to work on his right foot if we're going to put him in place of Mo Farsi anytime. He is coming in a bit of a hefty wage, $1,400 per week, 5'11", so we can't really play the center back. We didn't play anywhere up that left-hand side. He's got a decent amount of pace on him. Dribbling is pretty good. His tackling ability, though, is fantastic, so he's a very defensively minded wing-back. Now, we did have a little concern from Noah Abatna when we signed him that he was going to lose playing time, but Abatna is a central defender and Castillo is not, so that was a promise I was more than willing to make. And while it's not happening yet because the transfer window is closed in the Caribbean, Tyler Pasher, when the transfer window opens up again in July, is going to be leaving the club. Sold for $75,000. He's going to be joining Arnott Gardens in the Jamaican Premier League. So a little fun in the sun for his twilight years. So the new look Vancouver FC Eagles are all set to roll out for the first match of the season. It is going to be George Marks in goal. A back three of El Anabi, Noah Abatna, and James Palmer. It's going to be Basong and Farsi as our wingbacks, Simmons and Johnston in the midfield, Verhoeven ahead of them at the number 10, and our strike pair today is going to be Yevhen Ryazantsev and Alain Didier, who once again is predicted, or at least the odds-on favorite, to be the top goal scorer in the CPL. Forge FC playing that flat back seven, so a bit of a defensive formation for them. Hopefully we can find a way to break through, something that we really could not do in last year's playoffs. But I'm hoping that the firepower we have up front and the stalwart defense we have in the back is going to do us good. Corner kick coming in, and that's going to go over the net. So the first opportunity for Forge FC goes a-begging. 2-1 your shots on goal through the first 15 minutes. As, we're not seeing quite the activity we were hoping for. Now, we are enjoying the majority of the possession, which is very good for us. We're just hoping that the highlights start to tick our way as this game goes on, because I think we're going to start to grow into it. We're enjoying the ball. Now we just need to find a way to break through on this Forge FC defense. They do have a player off, so they've got 10 men on as Hobiatapur plays it back for Dunn as Forge FC is in control. Hobiatapur has it knocked off his feet by Didier. Ryazantsev gives it back for Didier. Didier in, shoots, hits the post, and Forge FC able to clear. Chonier throwing it ahead, looking for Diaz, but it will be tracked down by Vancouver. Another throw in by Forge. About 8 minutes remaining in this first half. Antonoglu playing it ahead. Chonier gets through two defenders, still with it through the midfield, moving it to his right. Finally lays it off to Olasunde. Back for Hoyupstapor. Diaz Drops it back to the center line. Dunn in control. Didier on him. To his left, it's Jones. Up the left wing, Antonoglu. Can they find a way to break through our lines? Thrown across. Marks punched it away. Why? That is not the way George Marks plays football. The cross came in. Marks was uncontested to the ball. And yet, for some reason, he chose to punch it away. It ends up right at the feet of Campbell, who quickly pots it into the wide open net. And it's Forge FC 1, Vancouver 0. Absolutely dreadful. Maybe we can get one back in these waning moments. Ryazantsev can't win the header, but it's a Botna pushing it forward. Basong moves it past one man, carries it up, past another, toward the edge of the box before he drops it off for Simmons. Into the middle, he's got Isaiah Johnston. Two men quickly on him. Simmons over for Basong before dropping it back. Basong into the middle. Isaiah Johnston. He's got Palmer playing it up the right wing to Mo Farsi. So good on that right wing. Looking back post for Ryazantsev. Isn't able to pick him out, but he gets it back. Basong chipping it, looking for Didier. And Alain Didier is able to lay his head on it. Put it past the goalkeeper at the end of the first half, or at least regulation time in the first half, to bring Vancouver back even. It's Forge FC 1, Vancouver FC 1, and Basong picking up his first assist of the season. He had 5 all of last year. He's getting off to a torrid start, and Alain Didier adding the header past the goalkeeper to tie things up at 1. But Forge FC charging back in the other direction, played across Hancock's. He's got Antonoglu into the middle. Palmer blocks it. Chonier's shot is on, and that will sail high over the reach of Marks, and that's going to do it for the first half. It's 1-1. Terran Campbell scoring in the 39th minute. Alain Didier, just after the original 45 minutes expired, tied this one up, and our passing is good so far, so why don't we keep that up as we make no changes heading into the second half. Mutasala, though, is coming in for Olasande for Forge FC as they make one alteration to their lineup after the first 45. It's Forge with 5 shots on goal, Vancouver with 6. We have doubled them up in shots on target, 4-2. We are leading the XG battle. However, possession has been ceded overall. Well, it's kind of seesawing back and forth. Basong on the corner. Can't get our head on it. Campbell looks to clear. Metusala will track that down and push it forward for Forge FC. Runs into traffic. Didier on him, but he's able to find the safety of Jones. Across for Dunn as Forge FC tries to make some headway in the middle third. Basong gets in the way of that one. Ryazantsev in control. Simmons across for Johnston. Throwing it forward. Behind the defense, he's got Didier. He's deep, so he'll drop it back. Mo Farsi. Can Farsi throw it across to Johnston? He can. He moves past the defender. Puts it into the top corner for his first goal of the year. And Isaiah Johnston has given Vancouver FC the 2-1 lead with under 20 minutes remaining in this match. Great ball forward, a little deep for Didier to do anything with it, but he gets it to Mo Farsi. Johnston picks it up, makes a great first touch, and he beats Pinthus to his right to give Vancouver FC the lead. We are going to make a couple of changes with 20 minutes left. Mo Farsi is tired. He's going to come out. Noah Abatna will slide out to the right wing. We're going to bring Paul Amidume in to take his place. Zoran Basong is going to come out in place of Juan Castillo. Let's see what we have in Batman, and Ryazantsev will make way for Mohamedou Kane. Let's get 3 changes on the field with 15 minutes left to go and see if we can hang on to this 1-goal lead and pick up a victory in our season opener on the road against Forge FC, who embarrassed us at home to lift the trophy at Willoughby Community Park just 6 months ago. Oh, what a terrible pass. Zarafa is in. Oh, but Marks is up to the task. He will deflect that behind. It's going to lead to a Forge corner kick, but a terrible back pass picked off, and George Marks had to rescue his team. Chonier sending in the corner. El Anabi gets it to Kane, who is able to clear it, but Zarafa keeps it in the Vancouver end. Played across. Amadume with a massive header on the ball sent across, and he'll put that out for another Forge FC corner kick. Just a couple of minutes remaining in this match. Chonier with the in-swinging delivery. Castillo handles it, but Campbell plays it out for Zarafa. He's got a man on him. He finds the safety of Silva, whose shot is going to just go wide. Could not tuck it inside that far post. 4 minutes added on are going to come and go, and Vancouver FC is going to come from behind and pick up the 2-1 victory on the road to get this season going. Oh yeah, almost forgot. The board was so happy we made the CONCACAF Champions Cup and even won a match at home, which brought us a decent amount of money. They've decided to give us a new 3-year contract, so we are here until the end of December 2029. Speaking of the finances, we've sold about 60 more season tickets this year than last, so a little more cheddar in the kitty. We've got the first matchup in the preliminary round of the Canadian Championship, which is also our first BC Derby of the season. We're hosting Pacific FC. Now, all we need to do is be competitive in this competition. It is an entree into the CONCACAF Champions Cup, but of course we're hoping to win it all again this year, but it would be nice if we could maybe do the double. So we're going to rotate things a little bit as we just played a couple of days ago. Marks is going to remain in goal. Our back three is going to be intact with El Anabi, Abatna, and Palmer. Juan Castillo is going to come in as our left back. Mo Farsi is going to stay in on the right side wearing the captain's armband. Matteo Schiavone is coming in place of Elliot Simmons. Isaiah Johnston will remain in his spot. Dropping down to the bench is Noah Verhoeven to make way for Cameron Habibullah, who is coming back from an injury, so he may be limited in time, but we do want to get him some minutes in his legs. Alan Didier is going to be up front once again, but this time he will be paired with Mohamedou Kane. I know we've gone through a little bit of upheaval with the team this year. Just a little. I mean, we've made changes, not wholesale changes, but I am a little bit concerned in the early going that our team talks are not having the effect that we need them to have. But it's Pacific FC. It's a BC Derby, a competition that we have done very well in our time at Vancouver. So I think, should everything go according to plan, there is an occasional hiccup, but I think that we should be able to come out on the other side of this one and make it into the next round. But as I say that, Salouf scores. Eamon Salouf picking up his first goal of the year on a deflection. I kind of felt when he moved it onto his right foot and pushed it into the middle off of this throw-in that he was going to score in some way, shape, or form. Yeah, once he got around the defender and left Palmer in his dust, I just felt that there was trouble, and Palmer did play him on. So an early 1-0 lead for Pacific FC, and we haven't even managed to get a shot off here in the first 18 minutes or so, as Salouf from the set piece sends it in. Mo Farsi looks to get it away. In fact, he's going to push it forward himself, throwing it ahead, looking for Isaiah Johnston, and unfortunately it's going to be just offline enough that Torres will be able to scoop that up and send it back into the Vancouver end. Headed out wide, Castillo's got it. Stopped by Baxter and has his pocket pick. Baxter now in control along the midfield line in Dom. Mayon, Salouf. He's got Bassett splitting the defense. Beats Marks, but it's going to be wide. I think Marks got a fingertip on it, and it will go out for a corner. Outswinger delivery to be delivered by the left-footed Salouf. In. Palmer heads it up. Baxter tracks it down, throws it on, and Marks makes a pretty easy save. Hopefully that is the end of all of the heart attacky type play that we are going to see for the rest of this match, and it's just going to be smooth sailing. Vancouver FC, easy win. Farsi on the set piece. That one's cleared away, but Didier will track it down along the near sideline. Play it in, looking for Isaiah Johnston. Bishotti is going to take him down. The penalty has been called. There is no VAR in this competition. So you call a penalty, it's a penalty. And Isaiah Johnston, who delivered from the spot 5 times last year, delivers again to start this season. It's already his second goal on the year in all competitions, and he has been able to bring Vancouver level. It's 1-1 in the 29th minute. Cool as a cucumber. Torres guessed correctly. But because Johnston had that quick approach, he just was not able to launch himself to his left quickly enough to get his hand on that one. Nice recovery by Palmer as with just under 5 minutes remaining in this first half. Vancouver looks to start it up the other way. Can we just play our game? Like flipping it forward and finding Mohamedou Kane behind the defense. That's our game. Mohamedou Kane going 5-hole on the keeper. That's our game. Mo Farsi picking up the assist. Mohamedou Kane with his first goal of the year. And Vancouver making it look easy now. It's Vancouver 2, Pacific FC 1. And Mo Farsi, so very good getting the ball forward, either with his own feet or with the pass. Okay, it went past the leg of Torres. It wasn't exactly 5-hole, but it made a better story, didn't it? Bit of a shaky first 20 minutes, but a very solid final 25 in that first half. Shots are even 4-4, but it's Vancouver FC with the 2-1 lead headed into the locker room, and we are creating loads, and that is why we are winning. We're not really creating loads. We only have 2 shots on target. As Bassett setting in another corner, Palmer will deal with that, and Didier will get it further clear. Baxter throwing it forward. It's got Bassett along the side of the box. His cross is blocked, and Seluf does ultimately get the shot, but he misses as that will clatter off a defender. So yet another corner for Pacific FC. They have had a ton of opportunities from the spot, and Nicholas Piscotti is able to take advantage of the most recent one, except it has been disallowed. They said somebody got in the eye line of George Marks, and the goal will not count. I think 65 minutes is enough for Habibullah, so Noah Verhoeven will come on in relief. Alan Didier, we're going to give him a little bit of a break and bring in Ryazantsev to give him a spell. He'll pair with Mohamedou Kane for a little while, and Juan Castillo will give Zorhan Basong some more playing time. So we're gonna flip-flop between those two, I think, for a little while. And it's going to be Seluf with a set piece in the 69th minute. Shooting it on, it will hit the crossbar and go out behind. Goal kick, but oh so close for Seluf, trying to get his second of the match. How many corners have they taken? 8 corners already for us, 9 for us, only 4 for Pacific FC. We haven't seen any of our corners, but every time that Pacific FC has a corner, it's a highlight. So maybe we have to work a little bit on our set-piece corner defense routines. I think that's what Football Manager is trying to tell me. But 2 wins in our first 2 matches of the brand new season. That makes me, as a manager and a content creator, feel fantastic. Vancouver FC 2, Pacific FC 1, and we're moving on to the next round of the Canadian Championship, which we're going to bring to you in our next episode, as that match is about 3 weeks away. I think we're going to do things just a little bit differently. We're going to play all the games in between off camera, then we're going to come back tomorrow for the next round of the Canadian Championship. We'll bring you the draw as it happens, and we'll also bring you the match against Valor FC at home. So I hope you are here for that. That's coming up tomorrow. Video drop 6:30 a.m. on the East Coast, 11:30 in Great Britain, I guess 12:30 in the afternoon throughout most of continental Europe. I hope you're there. If you liked what you saw, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're brand new, or if you just have not done so already. And if you haven't, why? It's a little click. It takes 2 seconds, and it really helps out the channel, and I appreciate it, and I will love you forever. I will see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.